So this is definitely the kind of question where the SAT and PSAT are trying to reward people who know a math rule, a math thing that they're supposed to memorize, but they're also just giving you an opportunity to get points regardless. So if you know the rule, this answer is obvious. The answer is C, and I don't need to think about it really in any way. Okay. Now, why is it C? Well, what we need to do is still put the 21 in for the X, right? So that's first of all, knowing how function notation works. You need to know that. So that would mean that f of 21 is going to be 4 times 21 to the negative 1. Now then, if you know what negative exponents do, basically, if you have a negative exponent on something, it moves it within the fraction. So it doesn't look like there's a fraction here, but remember, there's always a fraction if we want, right? We can put this over 1 if we want. And then what's happening is that negative 1 is telling us that we can move this 21 within the fraction and remove the negative. So if I'm doing this kind of like step by step, what would happen is I'd have 4 over 21 to the first. But of course, 21 to the first is just 21, and that's why this is the answer, right? Is if you just leave it as 4 over 21. So there's no reason to get a decimal, no issues there. So that's why if you know how negative exponents work, this is literally a 2-second question, and you are going to, you'll get this right, and you'll be rewarded for your knowledge with a little bit of extra time that you wouldn't be spending if we do it with Desmos, which I'm going to show you in a second. And then you can use that extra time, obviously, on the truly hard stuff later, where you just need every second you can get. So there are rewards. Not every question is about getting it right or wrong. The SAT is finding ways to see who's getting it right efficiently, and that's going to breed more points later on. But if you didn't know, what we could easily do here is just, to be really thorough about it, we could type in f of x is equal to 4x to the, so you got to do this little a to the b, and then negative 1 is going to put it up there. So we get a full function. We don't need that though. We just want f. So I'm going to really type this out. There's other more efficient ways to do it, but if we're being really lazy, 21, we get a decimal, right? So we get some messy number, but notice, look, what's to the left of that f of 21, right? It looks like a fraction, right? It's like 2 boxes with a line between them. That looks like a fraction. And if we tap that button, we can turn this into a fraction, and there it is, 4 over 21. So there's literally no excuse for getting this question wrong. Even if you had no idea how negative exponents work, the calculator does. So let the calculator do it for you. But yeah, we lost a couple seconds in putting this in the calculator and knowing we need to know the buttons and all those things. So there's more time spent if we don't know the rule. So there are places where if you are running out of time on the math section, but you're still getting everything right early on in the section, you might not be getting it right efficiently. You might be losing a couple of minutes just here and there by not doing things the most efficient way. So hopefully you can look out for opportunities like this to just kind of know a thing, get it right really confidently. But if you're getting it wrong, then I would say take the extra time, go to the calculator, guarantee the points. That's much better than getting something like this wrong.